I'm listening to 49er Rush, Niners all day. Let's bring 6 home, baby. Let's go.
I love it, man.
It's time for the 49ers Rush podcast. And here's your host, John Chapman.
What is going on, faithful? It is absolutely incredible to be with you guys in the morning. You know, we don't get to do this often, but if there was ever a day to jump on and celebrate and talk and hype up this game, it's today. This is the game of the future in so many ways. You could say, well, it's just Trey Lance, like we've already seen him. No, there is so much at play today for the 49ers moving forward. It's so much fun. So glad to be here. Shout out to the Countdown crew and all that stuff. I've got a couple clips from you from Juan Solis. He's cut up those. We're going to hear from Trey Lance and from Kyle Shanahan. But today is all about Trey. I think you spend all this capital to jump up to number 3 overall, which I think was the right move. Maybe we overpaid. Maybe we went too high. Those are fine questions to ask. But if Trey turns into what I think Kyle wants him to be and what I hope he can be, then it's all worth it. Nobody cares what, Patrick Mahomes costs. Nobody cares about those quarterbacks that have become transcendent. Now, is he that guy? We're going to find out. Is the answer going to come today? Probably not. But you get a little bit of a peek, right? And not only is this just a huge game for Trey Lance, he's playing against probably the best rookie quarterback, at least the last month for sure, in Davis Mills, who's a local, Stanford kid, great guy, and he's been incredible. The last month, Davis Mills has 7 touchdown passes to 2 interceptions in his last 4 starts. 3 of those starts have gone for over 21 points. He's got a 40-burger and a 30-point game. He's been balling out. So you get to see rookie on rookie. This is going to be a lot of fun for so many levels. What's up, Trey? Appreciate the gift, man. Lumens Electric, LLC. What's up, Lumens? Thank you so much for the gift. And here's what I want to talk about. Because it's been so long since we've seen him. You got to go way back to week 5, October 10th, in fact. Here we go, dad joke of the year. Not even this year have we seen Trey. I'm so sorry. It's a second. I can't help myself sometimes. Just got off family vacation. I've been in dad mode like crazy, so I apologize for that. Philip, thank you for the gift, man. He says Trey has to show he can execute the offense. He doesn't need to win the game. If the 49ers lose the game, don't blame Trey unless he actually lost it, right? Very similar to what we saw with Jimmy Garoppolo, his last start. Now, nobody is more happy than myself that Trey Lance is finally getting to start, but you don't want it to be this way with the Jimmy injury and the thumb and all that stuff and the conflicting reports with it doesn't need surgery. Kyle Shanahan says no. Then minutes later, you've got Jimmy's agent leaking information to Ian Rappaport saying, yes, he has to have surgery this offseason. That's how bad it is. I hate all that stuff that's going on behind the scenes, but here we are. I don't want injuries on anybody, even players I don't like. I like Jimmy G. I really, really do. But Trey's the future, right? And so we take what we can get and we move forward. Now, let's look back on week 5. The last time we saw number 5 was an interesting game nonetheless. Now, the 49ers lost 17-10, but again, very similar to what Philip just said. Trey Lance did not cost that team the game. He goes 15 for 29, not great. 192 yards. He had 1 interception, sacked twice, but he rushed the ball 16 times for 89 yards. And, the question was asked, what has Trey learned since then? Again, all the way back to October 10th. It's been a minute. Listen to Trey speak for himself on some of the things he's learned since his first start.
I think all around. I mean, it was a long time ago that I played. It seems like a long time ago, the Cardinals game. But all around, I mean, I've gotten to see Jimmy go through different situations, whether it's in games or in practices. Also having Nate Sudfeld in the room is a huge help for me. Just to have another person to bounce ideas off of, to ask questions to. And Jimmy also, like I said, has always been there to answer my questions. From a health standpoint, I think I feel probably the most healthy I've felt since I've been here. But yeah, I mean, getting more reps, getting to see things like how Jimmy prepares in a short week, last Thursday, things like that would have been really hard for me just as a rookie with no vets in the room. I think those things have helped me a ton this year.
Now, definitely we haven't seen him in a while. And again, if you look at what he did, he was not well whenever he played in week 5. He had the broken index finger, which was huge. And that was a big reason why we didn't know then. That was a big reason why he ran the ball so many times. Now, again, he had 16 runs, which is a lot. I went back. He had 21 quarterback hits. And so you can measure it by design runs, scrambles, all that stuff, whatever. No. Quarterback hits are what take a toll. 21 hits is way too many, and he ended up hurting his knee in that game. That's what that is. But again, you go back and you look at who he had and who he didn't have, right? AJ, thank you, man. He says, what do you think Trey's numbers will be today with Mitchell and Kittle in? He didn't have Kittle. He wasn't playing at all. There was no Jeff Wilson that game. On top of that, Elijah Mitchell was in, but he was on a pitch count because he wasn't completely healthy. And so, he was the offense. And that's an issue big time. Now, listen to Kyle talk about Elijah Mitchell. We haven't seen him in 3 weeks. He's been out. And kind of what's in store for Elijah Mitchell this week.
Yesterday I thought was his best day that he's had just for a Thursday. That's really the only day this time of year we're going full speed. And he was able to get more reps than he has since this has happened to him. So I think that's very encouraging, especially when he does that. Today he didn't feel worse, which was the key. And he was able to get some today. Hopefully that'll continue all the way up to Sunday. But, we'll play Elijah as much as he can handle. So that's about watching him, watching how his legs work, communicating with him, which is really what Bobby does throughout the game. And when he's tired, if he's going, Bobby doesn't hesitate. He puts Jeff in there. We have a number of guys we can put in there.
And so that's the key. You can rely on the run game this week because you have the bodies, right? I think you have everybody except for probably Trey Sermon back there. So you have Elijah Mitchell, who's going to be probably the go-to guy. You have Jeff Wilson, who has shown he can be the bell cow guy. You have JaMychal Hasty as the third down back. You have Kyle Juszczyk. There's plenty of options. You got Debo, who's probably the best of all of them, right? This does not need to be a Trey, dominate everything performance. So, if you're asking me what his stats are going to be, I put a big bet in on him being able to, again, I'll tell you guys this one right now, over 192 passing yards. I think that's where he had 192 passing yards on the nose. Week 5 against Arizona, much better defense. He had fewer weapons, and he had to run. He doesn't have to run this week. Now, I don't think that he'll have near as many pass attempts, but he'll be able to throw the ball so much better. Why will he be able to throw the ball so much better? Listen to Trey himself talk about his finger injury on his throwing hand.
But it wasn't like I couldn't throw the football. It's more of a thing where the inflammation and everything, when I chipped the bone, it wouldn't straighten all the way. So it's kind of been a continuous thing every day, just working at getting it straighter and straighter and straighter, and obviously getting the swelling to go down. But just finishing throws, I think, was probably the biggest thing. When you can't straighten that pointer finger that you're used to, finishing all your throws with, I think was the biggest part of it. But yeah, it's just continuing to get better.
And so, again, he even demonstrated, because whenever he throws, you usually point at your target whenever you're follow through, and then you put your thumb in your pocket. That's kind of what you teach as you cross over. So again, if you're trying to teach your kiddos how to throw the ball, a little caveat here, you want them throwing from a C, not a U shape. So whenever they throw it like this, that's wrong. You want them coming over the top there. You want to throw that C, and then you want your index finger going, leading the way, and then that thumb in the opposite pants pocket whenever you follow through. So you're following through with that C motion instead of the U, and then you put your thumb in your opposing pocket, right? Your front pants pocket. That's the idea. So anyway, anybody play catch with your kiddos over the New Year's, that's what you want to work on. Get that elbow up. Those would be the 3 things I'd say teach your kiddo. Now, having said that, what I predict his numbers to be, I think 220 yards passing, about 45 yards on the ground. That's what I want to see. Now, again, what I'm looking for, and again, let me break it down further with what I want to see, Trey Lance's legs. I don't care about rushing yards that much, okay? I don't want to see design quarterback runs. Here's what I would do, right? These would be the limits I would place on play calling. Again, 2 to 3 design quarterback runs. 3rd and short, 4th and short, whatever. Like, Trey, you're going to run the ball as the play is called. 2 to 3 of those. Then I'm going to have, 2 to 3 quarterback scrambles. You don't really call those. You get them outside the pocket and you tell them, hey, man, your first, second read not there. Take off, get the first down. And then on top of that, 2 to 3 zone reads. So a zone read is where it's a design give unless the defensive end or the outside linebacker, whatever you're reading, crashes, and then you pull off to the side. But even more importantly, just as I said before, it's not running plays that matter. It's not the number of running plays. It's the number of hits. So if he scrambles and steps out of bounds without getting hit, that's free. You could do that all day. If you call a zone read, he gets the first down and slides, which we haven't seen him do, and doesn't take a hit, that's free. Call another one. But if you call a zone read and he gets walloped by a linebacker, that one counts, right? That's the idea. So you want to limit the amount of hits this kid takes because we don't know if we're getting Jimmy G back. I'm not in that room. My assumption is Jimmy could probably play next week, and I think Kyle Shanahan would prefer that regardless of how Trey plays, but that's not a gimme. And so that's one of the things that's kind of rough to see here. And so, again, Trey, go out there and be who you are. I want to see that big arm. I want to see throwing the ball downfield. Those are the things that I want. Now, real quick, okay, Trey, I see you. He says, we will win, but if we do lose, he's trying to, hedge his bet there. What has to happen for us to make the playoffs? I like that. To make the playoffs is very simple. Saints need to lose. The 49ers can get into the playoffs if the Saints lose out. If the Saints lose the next 2 games, 49ers in. They don't have to win any games to get in. Now, you're going to need some help from either one of the Vikings, who have no Kirk Cousins today, or the Eagles. Now, you look at kind of what the schedule is. The Saints are the most important. They're going to be playing the same times against the Carolina Panthers today as the 49ers are playing. So it's going to be kind of a scoreboard watching. But if the Saints lose and the 49ers win today, we're in the playoffs. Done deal. We're in. Saints are paramount. Almost as paramount as the 49ers winning themselves. But you take care of business. You win back-to-back games. You're in no matter what. So really it's down to just watching 3 games. You really need the Saints to win. That is supreme importance. And then lower than that, you have the Eagles and then the Minnesota Vikings. So that's kind of where that is. What's up, Sin? Always wonderful to see you in the chat. She said, thanks for your sane commentary that educates. The teacher comes out sometimes. Sometimes I get a little too passionate. But thank you so much, Sin, for the gift and for the kind words, as always. Now, before I get out of here, if you got some more questions, throw those up in the chat now and tag me at John Chapman so I can see those. I want to share with you guys just a real quick bet that I feel very, very good on for this week. We've been crushing it. Here we go, my bookie. Guys, you know me. I'm not going to put my name on something that I don't endorse and or use or believe in. I've been using my bookie for, I think, 4 years now. Never had any issues whatsoever. Easy to get money in, easy to get money out. And the best thing about it is you guys know, if you use our promo code 49ERS, 49ers, they're going to double your initial deposit. So whatever you put in, they're going to add that on top of it. Now, they've been having crazy specials lately, and we've been hitting on all of them. We have done very, very well this year. We had a couple rough weeks, but now we're doing well. So what I want you to do is head over there and just give it a shot. Now, you can start with something as small as $5 to $10. You can go all the way up to $1,000, and they will double that as well. But if you're not betting with us, you're making a mistake. And they can bet on anything from casinos, blackjack, all that kind of stuff, to UFC, to politics, to college football, baseball, basketball, whatever there is, you can bet on it there. And again, my favorite thing about them is if you have any questions and if you're new to the betting world, that's okay. Call their customer service. They have everything that's going to explain it to you and help you out to understand what rollovers are, how that works with these bonuses and all those things. There's no questions. So head over to mybookie.ag. Use promo code 49ers, double your initial deposit. And again, bet anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. All right. So, big bet this week. I'm doing a 2-team teaser. I'm taking the 49ers over the Texans. Now, it's a 6.5-point teaser. So, the 49ers just have to win by a touchdown. and it take it down to 49ers minus 6.5 points versus the Texans. And I'm taking the Packers over the Vikings without Kirk Cousins, which is prime time anyway. Kirk Cousins wasn't going to show up even if he was healthy, but COVID has kept him out. He's unvaccinated, so he's not going to be playing in this game no matter what. Packers, 6.5 points, just like the 49ers. Again, this is one of the common trends that I do every game, every season, and I think it's one of the reasons why we're always positive. This will be our 5th year in the positive. Even if we lose every bet from now to the Super Bowl, we have posted a huge positive if you've bet with us throughout. But you give the points late, you take the points early. That's just one of the common axioms I always stick to, and I try my hardest to stay away from division games unless there is a very clear and decisive advantage, as there is in the Packers and Vikings game tonight. So I'm taking that, bet 10 to win 7.6, and you can increase the multiples there. I put a few other bets over on patreon.com. Just search 49ers Rush once you get there. Check those out. We put bets up there every week. And probably the most important thing, this is going to be a great week, win or lose. We're diving into every single play as we do every week. Offense and defense, going over everything, breaking down the scheme, the decision-making, what went wrong, what went right, over on Patreon. There's no other place that offers this currently. So head over there, support the podcast. It's a great way to educate yourself and your family. A lot of people reach out to me and say, man, thank you. My son's learning how, football terminology. If you have a kid that's playing middle school or high school ball, just watching football from a different angle. That broadcast view is so trash. I wish the NFL would offer an all 22 where you could zoom out the coach's tape and you can see the coverages. You can see what's going on. Yeah, we'll have to see there. Arturo, he says, do you know when Mosley's coming back? Probably for the playoffs. Next week is a small possibility, but I wouldn't be surprised if they wait just to get him healthy for the playoffs. And it's just kind of a duct tape, patch it together at the cornerback position until we get there. Robert, he says, my prediction is the defense to ball out. Bosa 2 sacks to take the pressure off the offense. 24-6 final score. I love that, man. And that's in my notes. Don't make the rookie have to win the game. That's not what good football teams do. You create the atmosphere and the game time situation. Defense, just keep doing what you're doing. It's Jimmy Garoppolo was the one that cost us the game last week, right? Because one play turnover comes out second half. You can't do one play turnover drives. Those just kill you. The interception in the red zone took points off, things like that. Special teams. So, my 2 keys to the game. Number 1, special teams just be average. You don't have to win on any of them. We've lost the kickoff return battle in DVOA every single game, by the way. Every single game we've lost, negative. Just don't cost the game. And then defense on long 3 and outs. Answer the call. The best defense on first and second down in the NFL, just finish it. Get out. Get out of those situations. Ryan, thank you for the gift. He says, what's up, John? You're the GOAT. Appreciate it, man. I just heard Jimmy's out, needs surgery. Love the show. Keep it up. Now, he could play with that, right? Ian Rappaport came out with the video saying that his agent told him, he said source, it's his agent, that he's probably going to need surgery this offseason. And so it's all about gripping the ball with that thumb. The ligament tear / sprain, however you want to classify that, they mean the same thing. One of those things you could play through. For Jimmy to play through this, it's kind of up to Kyle. I wouldn't be surprised if Trey Lance goes out there and balls out. Some reason that injury is going to get worse. Trey Lance goes out there and plays bad. Somehow, miraculously, I think that injury is going to feel better. That's just my own take on it. Disagree with it all you will. That's kind of the way it goes. Shot J, thank you, man. He says, how are you so smart and handsome? What's up, brother? Appreciate the support. Shot J is always the best, man. But this is going to be fun. We'll be live here after the game. I'll be live tweeting some clips. Shout out to Juan Salas. He's always out there working his tail end off. He's the best there is. And so we got a lot for you today. So buckle in. We have the late game, and as soon as that game's over, we will be live before you know. There's Juan Salas as we speak. Speak of the devil, and he will show up. Juan, welcome back, John. It's Trey Day. Give away a t-shirt. #CC. And man, look at that. S1K Friday. I love it, man. Like, subscribe, heathens. So S1K Friday, want to say thank you. Is the first to get the #CC. Some of these people are learning. When the name Juan Solis gets invoked, gifts come your way, and get that hashtag CC in there right after he says something. You get your shirt. So S1K Friday, congratulations. Reach out to me, email me, 49ersrushpodcast@gmail.com. We'll get you a t-shirt. Again, the link, if you want some, 49ers Rush memorabilia, we've got some awesome t-shirts up there. Beat by Trey t-shirts, probably my favorite. Countdown Crew, 49ers Rush stuff, all kinds of things. The link's on there. So email me. We'll get that out to you. Really appreciate everybody. This is incredible. Today's a great day to be a fan of the 49ers because there's so much hope. There's so much positivity moving forward. Excited to see the Rook. Christmas was a week ago, right? But we're still opening presents, baby. Still opening presents. Aaron says, Thomas or Norman when Mosley comes back. Kyle Shanahan will never bench a veteran. He just doesn't believe in it. It should be Thomas. Thomas has played very, very well. He's going to keep Norman out there. He doesn't change anything. He's a little too predictable, unfortunately, and that's what it is. So no, it'll be Norman and Mosley out there almost guaranteed. Now, next year, Norman will not be back with the team. I can guarantee you that. So we'll see here. So thank you guys so much. Man, football starts here soon. Just want to say thank you. And man, be strong today, faithful. And don't allow one or two negative plays from a 21-year-old rookie to ruin your view of this franchise or our playoffs hopes. It's going to be a long game. 60 minutes of playtime, and we're going to use them. I have the 49ers winning by 10, not 13 as the spread says, but I have the 49ers winning, and that's all that matters. Appreciate you guys, and again, stay strong today, faithful. I'll see you after the game.